Welcome back. Let's go meet some more seniors.
I'm Vivian.
All right, so how did you first meet Chris?
We met at the first AAA GBM at fall semester, and we met because he was trying to climb over one of the tables, and I turned around, literally had never spoken to him before, and went, "Don't break a bone, old man." And for some reason, that was enough for him to request me as a sib.
What do you admire about him?
He is incredibly generous with, feeding the fam. He pays for every single time we go out, which is a lot.
Too
And
rich?
also with his time, like during the AAA showcase, he is no longer in any sort of leadership position with him, but in the middle of it, he left and he comes back. I'm like, "Where were you?" And he's like, "Oh, I went down to get them extra plates."
Hi, I'm Hannah.
So, what is one of your favorite memories with Chris?
So, once again, I don't really have any particular favorite memory, but just probably all the times we've randomly gone out for food or he's made me soup when I've been studying like late in the library. Those are my favorites. Or the random time we had hot pot with his parents.
Okay.
That was always fun.
And then, what's something you admire most about him?
Firstly, probably all of his leadership skills. The amount of work and dedication he puts into all of his positions and CSOs is really inspiring, and I honestly don't know how he manages all of that, but props to him. I could never do that. But secondly, probably how caring and sincere he is in his support for others. I feel like he's always trying to uplift others and help them fulfill their potential, and he's always been there for me whenever I've had any issues or needed any advice.
And then, is there anything you want to say to him before he graduates?
Oh, I still can't believe they're graduating.
I know.
But I know he has a ton of options after graduation, and Chris is still just trying to navigate those. And I just want to say to him that no matter where he decides to go in life, I think he'll succeed. And I'll always be here in St. Louis still for the next 2 years anyway, if he ever wants to hang out.
My name is Chris Lamb.
What's one of your favorite memories with him?
I guess one of my favorite ones, at least in recent memory, was actually a recent AAA event over at whenever they had the spring roll night. We were kind of talking with one of his current littles this year, Vivian, and she was kind of bullying Chris about the fact that like whenever Chris was my little, we couldn't really do much last year as a fam,
Right.
just because we were so busy and stuff. So she kind of told him to like take me out to dinner, which you still owe me a dinner, by the way, Chris. Reparations.
And then, anything you want to say to him before he graduates?
Just yeah, hoping the best of luck to you after graduation. Whatever you have lined up for you afterwards, I know you'll do great in. You've been a great mentor to me and a great thing to me, anyways. Whatever, no matter what Vivian said.
Hi, my name's Anu, and
All right, so what is a favorite or funny memory of Paul?
then my favorite memory is when we went to eat together. He took me to this spot that I've never heard of and had a great time.
Awesome. If you could only use 3 words to describe them, what would you use?
Uh, Smart, funny, and witty. That's it.
Awesome. And then, anything you want to say to them after they graduate?
Had a great time with you, and I hope you achieve whatever dreams you're chasing.
Hi, I'm Gina. I'm a junior studying nursing, and I'm Paul's FSA Little.
Awesome. So, how did you first meet Paul?
I met Paul at AAA Eckerd's apple picking my freshman year. I don't even know how I ended up talking to him, but we just met up, started talking, and we've been good friends ever since.
Awesome. What are some of your favorite things to do together?
I like going over to his apartment. We used to watch shows a lot together. We'd also go out to eat. And I just see him randomly, and it was always just such a fun time getting to talk to him and spending time with him.
And then, what's a lesson he taught you?
He's taught me a lot of lessons, but I think the most significant lesson that he's taught me that stuck with me for a while is that it's never too serious, it's not that deep, and that things will just always pass and take its course. And that has really helped me get over things, stay motivated, and to always push my boundaries and try new things.
Hi, I'm Teen.
Awesome. So, what is one of your favorite memories with Maya?
I think my favorite memory would be during our 1 year, we went to Chicago, and then that was really fun. We just kind of went, just the two of us in the city, and then we got omakase and did like a whole lot of things for our 1 year. So that was really fun.
Awesome. What are some of your favorite things to do together?
Definitely eat, travel, try new things together. I think just spend time together most of the time.
Awesome. And what do you admire most about her?
I think her smile most of all, because I don't know, it's just very cheerful and like contagious. I'd say like even if I'm in a bad mood, always like there to bring me up. I guess it's just always good to have around.
Hi, my name's Quinn, and I'm Samaya Little.
So, what are some of your favorite things to do together?
Always hanging out and talking with her, whether it be in her car, in her apartment. Just any time spent with her is a great one.
What do you admire most about her?
She's super hardworking, and she's very emotionally mature as well. I love going to her for advice, or just listening to her talk about her perspective on the world and those around her. I've learned many things about many people and many lessons just talking with her.
Sure. And then anything you want to say to her before she graduates?
Maya, I know you're not moving anywhere after graduation, but I'm gonna miss you, like on campus, being around. Know that I will try my best to start going to Stanford a lot more to visit you after graduation. So.
What's good, Granddaddy? Jaden here. About to get this done for real.
Okay, so how did you meet?
How we first met? Well, to be honest, when I first went to FSA, I saw Andrew and Aaron, and they low-key looked the same, and I was like, wait, who's who? But when we actually first met was probably VSA Big Little reveal. So like after the reveal, everyone went to like Del Mar Loop, went to like all of it get food, but like nah, like me and my VSA family went to Aaron's apartment, and he whipped us a good meal, like
Solid.
white rice, bulldog, and spam. Yeah, it was a pretty solid meal.
And then, is there anything you want to say to him before he graduates?
Yeah, I really hope you really find a job or something after you graduate or something. But nah, I for real want to wish you the best. Back home, like job search well. I don't know your post-grad plans or anything, but I really hope the best for you in Niles, Illinois. Maybe come back to St. Louis, visit my cousin. Yeah.
How did you first meet Ashley?
So I first met Ashley in our freshman year. We lived on the same floor, and so I remember seeing her during move-in. And then during the next couple of days, we kind of connected from there.
And then, what was your first impression of her?
I think my first impression of Ashley is that she's really open, and she kind of can have a conversation with anyone.
Right.
And really genuine person, and I think that's what made me want to, get to know her more and kind of become friends with her. Having spent so long getting to know Ashley and also being in the FAM program in AAA with her as co-bigs, I gotta kind of see how, she can really put herself out there, get to know new people, making people feel included, and also like leading a bunch of FAM gatherings and hangouts.
What's up, Ashley?
All right. So, how did you first meet?
So me and Ashley actually first met at a AAA event. So first semester we had the painting night, and low-key I just pulled up for vibes. Like I didn't really want to do anything. I just pulled up like just for fun. But while the event was closing, she actually I was walking out, and she was like, wait, you're Jaden, right? I saw your freshman rep application, and like you have really like good qualifications, and I'm the current like state representative for Missouri VSA, and I think you'd be a really strong applicant for this position. And I was like, oh, cool. Like is awesome. Like I want to like learn
Yeah,
more about this
for
position.
sure.
I guess. Yeah.
All right, and then what's a funny moment with her?
Funny moment. So recently, since I am the new co-star, it was me, Ashley, and Lynn, who was the previous VSA president and previous co-star before Ashley, and we did blind, deaf, and mute cooking.
Awesome. That's so
And,
funny.
So she was trying to get me to tell Lynn, like ask her where, since it was her kitchen, to ask her like where the cutting board was, and she was like this, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, and she ended up finding it, and I was like, wait, oh, you mean a cutting board? So like I was like 10 minutes late to what she was like looking for.
Awesome. And then anything you want to say to her?
You know, you a big inspiration to me, for real. Like I think like what you taught me is like how like valuable like VSA as a community can be, and it kind of taught me how I can like love my culture and my job and how to foster these connections in general as well.
So how did you first meet Alex?
So I actually first met Alex at my AAA event chair assistant interview, and then I actually went on to become her assistant, and she actually inspired me to become the next event chair of AAA, partly. But yeah, that's how we first met. And then my sophomore year, I actually became her little when she co-baked with Chris.
So cute. And then what is one of your favorite memories with her?
I don't have any one particular favorite memory, but some of like my favorite times I remember is like whenever we would do a fam hangout, and we would just like laugh at Chris and my sib Vivian arguing with each other about like who would win a fight or something, or like when they are talking in Mandarin and we don't understand anything, and we would just like bond over that. And she's my mother. Yeah.
And then what do you admire most about her?
She's always so relaxed and chill and has good advice. So I've always felt like I could really depend on her for anything. And I also really admire her sense of personal passion.
Hi, I'm Kelly.
So how did you first meet Alex?
I met Alex, so I couldn't make it to the big little reveal, so I met Alex at Jenny's Splendid with my other family. She was so sweet, so cute, and like she genuinely made me feel less worried about school when I talked to her for the first time.
So what is one of your favorite memories?
One of my favorite memories was when our fam, it was like literally the day before our fam competition was due, we started grinding out everything to get points. We were literally in the gym, we were in the dolphin pond, we were at the arch, we were literally hitting all the St. Louis landmarks just so we could win, and guess what? We did win.
And then is there anything you want to say to them before they graduate?
Yes, Alex, I love you so, so much. You're my favorite big ever. I'm so glad AAA paired us together. I'm gonna miss you so much, but trust me, we're gonna hang out a lot this summer, and wherever you go, I'll be sure to visit you. Trust.
Hi, I'm Gina. I'm Althena's friend.
Awesome. So what was your first impression of her?
My first impression of Althena, she just seemed like the big sister that I never really had. She was always super welcoming. She always let me come over to her apartment, and we always had a good time.
Awesome. And then what are your favorite things to do together?
My favorite thing to do with Althena is just to go over to her apartment or just go to a cafe, and we would get work done, we'd talk about life, catch up, and we'd get food together.
And then anything you want to say to her before she graduates?
I'd say after she graduates, we have to keep hanging out after you graduate. I know med school is really busy, but whenever we're both in Chicago and you have free time, we need to hang out, and we can't lose touch.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sunny.
Awesome. So how did you first meet Athena?
I met Althena my freshman year. I was having like a little gathering with my friend group in my dorm, and she just happened to come downstairs and meet everyone. I remember her just being really kind of quiet, but my first impression of her too was really, she's so put together with all of her outfits, and she knew what was going on all the time, or it seemed that way. And she was always soft-spoken every time I talked to her.
And then what do you admire about her?
She's very driven, and she knows what she wants. No matter if she has struggles along the way, she always kind of comes at it with an outward perspective, and she's really kind, and she's never shy to call me out on the stuff that I make, and she's always looking out for me in the best possible way. And I'm gonna miss you a lot, dude, but don't worry, I'll keep bothering you while you're off in Chicago. I wish you the best of luck for med school.
What a day. It was so nice to learn about so many of the seniors. I'm sad to see them go, but I know they'll go on to do great things. And yeah, thank you and good night.